Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back for some more Dominion 6. Right, last time we did... Don't tell me. No, I'm not going to remember. Let me look at my list. Oh, right, we did the Ogre King, Goldtooth Tribe. That's right, Warhammer. That was a good game. That was a fun game. Big, powerful units. Always a fun time. But we're going to move on. Roll up another one. We have 309 options. 107. That is EA Khora. Divine Centaurs and their barbaric demon pupils. I do not believe we have done EA Khora. That is part of Confluence. We'll try out the merge mod again. I think we had issues with this last time, but most of the time it's fine. Ish. So last time we did Aluin, right? And I was debating between that and Comic Land, so let's do Comic Land. Little small 4-player game, real tight. 136, I believe. EA. 4 players. Khora. Yeah. Kaku. Ika. Khora. Music of the Spheres. Oh, so musical. Alright. Right. Khora is a formless interval. An otherworldly place that exists outside of the physical universe. None of the beings inhabit it have either shape nor location, much like the realm itself. The non-realm of creation. Oh. Okay. I think I actually did play this in a stream. Yeah, it was a very brief game, I think. Or I didn't go on long. I barely remember it. But I specifically remember these things, which we'll get to. Right, so we have demiurges and demons. Cannot construct national forts. Can only create them through rituals. We have powerful cap-only sacreds, limited recruit everywhere sacreds, light infantry, heavy infantry, archers, stealth units, giant cavalry. Just the fucking works, you know? We get water, astral, nature magic with rare fire and earth. Can manipulate scales to a degree via items. We have powerful priests and standard forts, which we can't make. We can make? Cannot construct national forts. I don't know what that means. Anyways, we have a demon scout. He's a scout. He's a demon. He has dark vision 100. That's what he is. Demon lord is a demon. Dark vision. 40 leadership. That's not much. 40 undead as well. Twilight lord. In all forests. 40 leadership stealth. We want to do stealth raiding stuff. Twilight troubadour in all forests. Shape change. Okay. Seduction. Sleep aura 10. It's pretty good for seducing. So they have a loot form and then a different form. And in their loot form, they'll cast a single charm spell at the start of the battle, assuming there's a target within range, as long as they're in their loot form. So is that during a failed seduction as well? They'll try to just charm them? Pretty good. Savage Shaman. Nature 1. 20% for a death. 5 research. Sacred. Berserk +2. Dark Vision. Supply 1. Undisciplined. Uninspiring. Inept Researcher. Spell Singer. Okay. Well, unless there's some good national spells for one nature, it's not super inspiring. Demon Philosopher. They do not have the Philosopher trait, but they have the Heretic trait. Astral 1 and Adept Researcher 2, Spell Singer. Now, we have done the Astral only thing before. It's iffy, especially throwing Heretic on them. Not something I'm heavily inclined to go for here, but they are pretty cheap. They come with an inner demon that's not so inner, apparently. Demon Lutist. 1 nature, 2 holy, 50% chance for astral or nature. Okay, so half of these guys could be thrown into a communion for big nature. A lot of poison and stuff. That's something to consider. Yeah. Twilight Sage can be recruited in all forests. Water 1, Astral 1, Nature 1, and then Water, Astral, Nature. Now that's a very appealing mage, I would say. No Heretic, Spell Singer, which is really quite nice for big communions. It means you can get away with a lot less slaves and a lot more masters, which is pretty nice. But they have pretty low levels, so they kind of need some slaves. But yeah, you throw 4 slaves or 5 slaves in there, bumping this up to Water 3, Astral 3, Nature 3, and you have a lot of options available to you. Demiurge Lord, cap only. He's a big boy, 150 leadership, 150 magic, 150 undead. Spirit Sight. 74 hit points, size 9, 14 protection, 18 defense, parry 5 shield. This is a thug and a half. Can be lowered to 120 gold and recruitment price halved through the Music of the Spheres ritual. Recruitment price lowered and halved? Do you mean the recruitment point cost to 1? That would be pretty nuts. I would just make these as units then. They'd be ridiculous. Daemonian Herald, cap only. 1 Astral, 1 Holy. Spirit Sight, Elegist 1, so they count as level 2 priest for calling back your god. Spell Singer. Okay, a better option, I suppose, if we wanted to do the big Astral. Because it also lets you do big Holy. There might be some national spells. We'll see. They're nice to have because they're Elegists if we want to go with an Expander god or something. They're pretty cheap. 1 of the 9, cap only. So this is the biggest of big boys. 1,000 gold, 6 recruitment points, 72 hit points, size 9, 4 protection, but he has full gear slots, 19 defense, 14 attack, 18 MR, 30 morale, 32 speed. He costs 3 holy points to recruit, Spirit Sight, but then you get this screen. Now this is misleading, let me tell you. I was very thrown off by this because I was like, what the fuck? This thing's going to have like 27 levels in spells. This is insane. This is the most insane screen we've ever looked at. And thankfully I have played these guys before, so I can explain this. Because otherwise I'd be like going out of my mind here. Rightfully so. It's like, well, we can have like fucking plus 27 holy. No. Basically, when you make one of these guys, you get one of the unique members of, basically you get one of the 9 heroes. And each one has a different spell set. Each one is like a unique thing. So you just get one of the 9, which is, they're called one of the 9. So they're really expensive. There's 9 of them. When killed in battle, the 9 will retain any experience and traits gained and will return to the recruitment pool, assuming Requiem is cast when battle reports of their deaths are received. Should Requiem not be cast, the Slayed Demiurge will permanently be removed from the recruitment pool. Right, so there's a special spell you get called Requiem that if you cast it on the turn after you lose them, then they will go back into the pool to be recruited again. Otherwise, they're gone. So you got to be kind of ready with that. Like I said, it was a really quick game that we played. So I think I definitely did recruit one. That's how I learned about that. I think I recruited a couple, but I don't think either of them died before we won. They're obviously quite powerful. Units. Demon Archer. 30 hit point Archer. 3 protection only, though. They have to be led by a big boy. Dark Vision 100. They're undisciplined. Range 50 great bows, 19 piercing damage. Yes. Yeah, you know. Not cheap, though. If I had a lesser archer, I would lean towards it. These guys aren't good enough to just hold the line themselves, but it's also possibly too much damage for them to be with an army, so I'm not sure. Demon Brute. Also no armor, no shield, 3 protection, 28 damage, bronze great swords. Undisciplined. It's like sort of chaff, but it's like too pricey to be chaff. It's not really. I mean, they can kill a lot of stuff, and 30 hit points is pretty good, but 3 protection means that just a few arrows, and they're big, so a few arrows will just bring them down, and then they're shit. These, however, get a shield. Parry 5 shield with 14 defense, and this just infinitely increases their lifespan. They still have 21 damage, piercing damage, bronze spears, so they can also do a little repelling. But yeah, this is a far more capable unit. Demon Savage, also in all highlands and mountains. 32 hit points, 4 protection, 7 defense. They have skull masks on as a helmet, no body armor. But they do have Berserk +1. It's a little something. They have Headbutt, length 0, 18 damage, 9 attack. Rock, 18 damage, 9 attack. And they can hurl a rock, 3 of them. Oh, they throw 3 at a time, too. That's sort of their best thing, then. Range 18, only 8 attack. About 15 blunt damage. 3 times. I mean, it's not bad, but they'll die. So, they'll die. Demon Attendant. Limited to 3 per turn. 28 hit points, full armor, helmet, 19 protection on the body, 22 on the head. No shield, 11 defense, 27 damage, bronze greatsword. Yeah, these guys will definitely get some kills and almost certainly survive. Not bad. But then there's the Demon Attendant with shield and spear, 3 per turn still. 13 defense with a parry, 5 shield, 20 damage on the spear. Yeah, I mean, I would say there's no reason not to make them, but they are a lot slower than the other guys, so they won't be nearly in step. These are speed 16 undisciplined, which is their problem. I would say just make these and go full scales, but you're limited to 3 per turn. So it's a little tricky. Twilight Demon can be recruited in all forests. Full armor, 15 protection, because their body armor is not that good. 8 defense, no shields, 25 damage, length 5, bronze pike is pretty good. Can't complain too much about that. And then roughly 1 in 5 will be equipped with a demonic harp. I don't know if we can actually see what that looks like. Doesn't look like it. That shouldn't be there, by the way. But these have shields and bronze swords, 20 attack, parry 5 shield. I would say probably you could just go scales and go with these things, and you'd probably do pretty well for yourself. Especially because this is EA. Like, damn. It is a nice unit for EA. Yeah, and you can recruit them in every forest, too. Demiurge Sentinel, cap only. 1 per turn. 100 gold, 52 resources, 64 hit points, size 9, 13 protection, 11 defense, 14 MR, 14 morale, 28 speed. They have a length 3 flail that does 34 damage twice. Man, oh man, that's going to kill anything. And 25 damage hoof. It's hard to say. They're so expensive and so limited. And really, they're killing like 1, maybe 2 things a turn. They're good. They're good. I mean, and we don't have many other cavalry options. So, possibly. But then there's also this one that has the shield, 17 defense, parry 5 shield. That's a lot better. With a 29 damage, length 4 lance, which is already still very good. And the hoof attack. And gets a javelin, just to boot. Now, both of them have this thing. The Music of the Spheres ritual lowers it to 75 gold and recruitment limit +1. Yeah, okay. Demonian. Greatest of the demons, though they are also the least. Limited to 3 per turn, which is a little tricky. 26 hit points, size 5, 15 protection, 13 MR, 13 morale. They have parry 5 shields, no helmets, notably. And then bronze swords, attack 13, 19 damage. And they have spirit sight, which is kind of nice. Yeah, so I would say, I mean, they're good, right? They're definitely good. We could get a lot of use out of them. But we also have Demiurge Songstress, cap only. 67 hit points, size 9, 13 protection, 15 MR, 14 morale, 28 speed. Enchanted Spear, length 4, 15 attack, 32 magic piercing damage, good god. And a 25 damage hoof. They have a shield, parry 4, which is not bad. I mean, it's not super protecting, but it's not bad. And they have a sleep aura to boot. A Cosmic Songspire is required to recruit them at a limit of 1 per turn. Songspire of the Spheres will allow recruitment of 2 per turn. While Music of the Spheres is active, receive a 25% rebate. Have the recruitment limit increased by a further +1 to a maximum of 3 per turn. Yeah, I mean, these things are going to be pretty damn powerful. Pretty damn powerful, depending on our bless. But these things are more abundant, especially early on, I would imagine. I don't know. Yeah, it's probably better to just invest in this. You have a pretty solid early game. Yeah, but you really want, obviously, the 9s. Because they're all just, like, absurd thugs. Yada, yada, yada. Cosmic Songspire. Songspire of the Spheres. Let's look over national spells. Spell Song of Creation. 3 nature, 3 holy. Can only be cast by spell singers. 60 nature gems. Create a citadel of power fort in the targeted province along with a demon spire and national site. That's not cheap. That is not cheap. Contact Sagittarian. Summons Demiurge Sagittarius. Can only be sung by one of the 9. 7 nature gems. I don't know how good they are. It's kind of a cheap cost for a commander unit at level 7 conjuration, so I don't know. Alteration, Music of the Spheres. 50 Astral Pearls. Can only be cast by spell singers. Reduce the recruitment price of Demiurge Sentinels, Demiurge Songstresses, Demiurge Lords, and the 9. Increase recruitment points of the 9. Increase Demiurge Songstress recruitment limit by 1. Yeah. 50% chance to increase growth scales by 1 in all Khora provinces, 10% in all other provinces. It's pretty good. 50 pearls, though. Okay. Nothing in evocation. Singer's Lyre. Gives Spell Singer to any commander. It's not bad. It's not bad. Then we have a bunch of harps. Song of Cosmic Harmony. Increase province order scale by +1. This effect happens prior to Dominion-related scale changes, so any shift in scales runs the risk of tipping back depending on your chosen scale. Current scale in the province. Strength of your dominion. Okay. So you can cast this as like a ritual spell with this equipped, and that'll just increase the order scale by 1. But yeah, I mean, if you're order 1, and you bump it up to 2. But I guess you could have like 5 of these guys cast in it for big order. Song of Dissonance increases already existing growth scales or already existing death scales. No effect on neutral. Okay. Stellar Alignment. Luck scale. Once the enchantment is no longer active, misfortune is increased by +1. Okay. Song of Genesis. Increase population in the province by roughly 10 people per every 1,500 people, up to 40,000. Okay, so if you have 10,000... No, if you have 15,000, it'll go up by 100 people. Which is pretty minor. It's pretty minor. But again, you could have like 10 of these guys spamming that to just really rapidly grow a province, I guess. And Song of Antithesis. Whatever the current scales in the province are, this spell song will slowly keep pushing them in the opposite direction until they turn neutral. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Well, yeah, I'm not quite sure how much we'll use those. Although, obviously, increasing population or order is pretty good. Shooting Star Bow requires size 9. Big damage, 75 range. And you get Form Constellation Ritual. Increase magic scale by +2. Decrease MR for enemies in province by -2. Boost ritual range by +1. Okay. Enchantment, we get the first song. Songspire is a 15% chance per turn to be replaced with a Cosmic Songspire each turn the enchantment is active. A growth scale of 2 is required for the enchantment to take effect. The chance to create a Cosmic Songspire will double under Growth 3 scales, and its creation will be instantaneous under Growth 4 scale. Cosmic Songspire is a 10% chance per turn to be replaced with the Songspire of the Spheres each turn the enchantment is active. Okay, so we need big growth. I mean, we can use the items there to increase growth, but I feel like why wouldn't we want big growth? And because we want this, and without growth 2, you can't even get this. Song of Celerity, area effect 3+. Combat speed is doubled. We're already pretty fast. I don't know. I mean, that is 1 nature, 2 holy. We also have Soothing Spell Song. 1 nature, 2 holy. Range 30, 2+ area effect. Removes 5 fatigue. Costs the caster 30. But, it's okay. Harmony of the Spheres, however, area effect 2+, grants reinvigoration +2. That's nice. Mockery. Confusion check, 50% every turn. Area effect 3+. It's pretty nice, actually. Pretty nice. Crescendo. Area effect 4+, range 35. 1 armor negating damage, max 1. I mean, unless there's a hidden effect here, I'm not really sure. Description says, Bard gradually gathers an ever-increasing amount of power while singing a great spell song and then unleashes the built-up energy in a sudden crescendo that sweeps across a part of the battlefield. The sudden burst of energy carried by the melody will strike everyone simultaneously and indiscriminately, friends and foes alike, knocking them off their feet and dealing serious damage. Max 1 is not serious damage. So yeah, I don't know if there's a hidden effect here. I'd have to load Confluence into the inspector. But I guess I could. Only there was a way for me to just search the name of the mod in the folder. Spell crescendo. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's a 50% of the battlefield cripple. That's pretty serious. I'm not sure why I wouldn't specify that, but that seems to be the case. Chaotic consonants. One person, range 30 plus. Armor negating, magic resistant negates. Death chance, 40% plus 5% per additional caster level. Failing to kill the target will heal it and cause berserk rage. Okay. Decent anti-thug stuff, I guess. Awaken Sagittarian tattoos. Activates Demiurge Sagittarius tattoos. Did the Sagittarius? Is that a unit? Sounds familiar, but now I don't see a Sagittarius. Was that a conjuration? Oh, yeah. So they have tattoos. Okay, level 7. Eudaimonia. Casting Eudaimonia grants roughly a 15% chance to increase Dominion by +1 and reduce Unrest by -5 in every province with a Demon Spire, rolled individually for each Demon Spire. Spell can only be cast once per province, so it can be cast in every province which has a Demon Spire for a stacking effect. The enchantment will have no effect unless it's cast in a province with a Demon Spire. And Aria. Grants a Dominion value times 10% chance of triggering a random good event in the province. Can only be cast once per province. Wow. So in your capital, you're probably going to have like Dominion 7 or 8. I mean, pretty high. You can just spam this every turn to get a practically guaranteed good event. Power Chord. Range 5. Area effect 25. 1 plus number effect. Okay. Jeez. And it does 15 blunt magic damage. Not armor piercing, not armor negate, nothing. Just 15 damage, but still. Unlike your higher level nature thugs. Like, one of the 9 or something. That could be pretty nuts. Unless it's meant to just be used on the lootist. But still, I mean, I could see just gearing up a lootist and sending him in. Okay. Captive Audience. 3 nature, 3 holy, 5 plus area effect, range 25, armor negating, paralyze, which lasts only a few turns. Okay, not bad. Duet. Duet will only have an effect if Aria is also being cast. Duet guarantees a good random event in the province it is cast and gives a Dominion value times 5% chance of triggering a good random event in each of the surrounding provinces as well, rolled individually for each neighboring province. So again, if you have like 10 Dominion in your capital and have 6 provinces or something, that is an insane amount of good events. They don't even cost anything. Yeah, Aria and Duet don't cost anything. But 3 nature, 3 holy. Not super easy. Demonic Sophistry. Can only be cast by a demon philosopher. Range 15, 100 precision. Charm. Healing Song. The entire battlefield, your entire army, gets healed for 2 armor negating plus a DRN amount of HP. That's pretty damn strong. Concordant Melody. Area effect 2+, grants protective force buff. It's pretty good. Pretty damn good. Pandemonia. 3 astral, 3 nature, the entire battlefield, 1 pearl. Casts battle-wide confusion. Affects 25% of the battlefield per cast. So that's your army and his army, which is a little tricky. Grand Finale. In 1 nature gem, the entire battlefield gets stunned. It says battlefield wide on the stun on the enemy army, but the text here doesn't say it doesn't affect friendly units. Obviously, though, pretty damn ridiculous. Hymn of Ascension. 5 nature, 5 astral. Can only be cast by spell singers. Casting the spell for several consecutive months, between 4 to 6 typically, will shatter the throne in the targeted province regardless of there being a fort or not. Jesus. That's wild. And Divine Symphony. Can only be cast by the 9. In order for it to have effect, it needs to be cast by all 9 simultaneously from 9 different provinces. Once cast, Divine Symphony will lower the Dominion score of every province on the map by 1 except for Khora's provinces, which will receive a Dominion increase of 1. Furthermore, all neutral Dominion provinces will shift to Khora's Dominion. Oh my god. This Dominion spread happens prior to other Dominion altering effects such as thrones, temples, etc. Yeah, and they can just cast this again and again. Oh my god, that's so crazy. I mean, you have to have all 9 out on the map, which is not easy. That's a very, very late game thing, and you know, obviously it's like level 9. Wasn't it level 9 enchantment? Yeah, level 9 enchantment. Not easy. Thaumaturgy, we get Requiem, 10 nature gems. When cast on the turn, any of the 9 demiurges die will return the kill one to the recruitment pool. Yeah. So it's 10 nature gems that you have to have available, along with 3 nature, 3 holy. Which means that, you know, you have to have one of the 9 cast this in order to make sure another 9 survives. So don't fuck up with your first 9, because otherwise, you know, one's going to be gone permanently. Love of Wisdom. Only by a demon philosopher. 3 pearls. Permanently grants +2 philosopher to the caster. That's tricky, man, because this seems like a pretty high productivity nation. Primal Savagery. 1 nature. AoE 5 grants AoE 5 Touch of Madness. Which is a Berserk. I think it's Berserk 1. Which isn't amazing, but it's something. And then they never rout. But this only affects demons. But that's okay. Most of our shit is demons, I think. Gnostic Revelations. +1 philosopher trait to the targeted commander. Voice of Khora, 5 nature. Permanently grants sleep or a trait to the caster, can only be applied once. Yep. Can only be cast by some types. The 9. Yep. Song of Serenity. The entire battlefield, 3 nature gems. Strength -1, attack -1, reduce berserk value by 1, -4 morale on going berserk check. Berserking has a chance to end each round, easy armor negate. I think most of the time this is a pretty useless spell, I would imagine. Not something you'd really want to cast. But I guess against an army that utilizes a lot of berserks, pretty good. And we do get Lullaby, 2 holy. Only be cast by a demon ludist. AoE 1, 100 precision, sleep. Not bad. Okay, there's a lot here. It's really hard to say. I think baseline, we really just want to make Twilight Demons because it's a very solid unit. Expensive, but solid. I think probably in the early game you may as well make these, assuming you go with an okay bless. I think we have to go pretty high on scales to get like 2 growth and 2 productivity, and I mean you maybe don't need 2 productivity, but it feels appropriate. And at least 1 order. Yeah, you can manipulate scales, but that's not really reliable, is it? And it's really just kind of like a small benefit. So yeah, and then the songstresses, which are going to be pretty insane. A working man's bless is pretty solid for him. I think there's no doubt about that. I think enlarge would be extremely good for them, being size 9. I think bark skin would be really nice for them too. And bark skin would also be really good for these things. Just good all around. But bark skin is incarnate. I wish it weren't, but it is. So, I mean, we could go with just a monster. Yeah. 0 protection, no armor, pretenders. It's a tough sell. Such a tough sell. It's at least ethereal, I suppose, but it also has spirit form. It's not good. So we could just go with like a nature, like the Great White Bull or something. And we could go dormant to give us a little leeway. Something like that. Something like that. And then just take... Yeah, it's going to be iffy. But we could get bark skin with that. Larger, though, we'd have to have 4 earth, 3 nature. We'd have to take some penalty here. 4 dominion seems pretty low. But I am limited to 3 of these anyways, so it's probably okay. But we need more bless points regardless. A lot more. Yeah, that's not a cheap bless. Boy, we'd really have to tank, wouldn't we? There you go. 3 Dominion is... I haven't taken 3 Dominion in a long time. That's pretty iffy. That's a lot just to get larger in Barkskin just for our Sacreds. And having a Dormant Pretender that we can roam with. Especially because it's not like that amazing of a Pretender, you know? Is that the smartest thing? Or should we just go with a big working man's Bless? With like a Rainbow Bless. I don't know, man. That's a lot of sacrificing. Yeah, because we could just go with, like, the Titan of Growth. Which isn't a very good Titan or anything. But we could then go... Yeah, but see, the thing is, we want Barkskin out there. That was the point. Is that better? It's slightly less worse. In some ways, not in other ways. Yeah, I think I'd rather have that than that. Probably. Now the thing is, it's like, I guess larger does help her. Sure, we're doing it. Demeter. So Comic Land. I think we do like 6. And we have to get 3 of them. That's probably too many thrones, to be honest. But I think the last time we did this, we lost, so it's okay. Okay. Yeah. So Twilight Demon is what we're mainly interested in. Or I could just get a couple of these guys to start. Maybe better. And then for a mage, we're mostly interested in the Twilight Sage, I think. It's got kind of everything we need. I mean, I do think the Troubadours could be fun for the seduction stuff. We could maybe get one of those just to help with expansion. Why not? Yeah, and one of the 9 will be... It'll be a bit. For research, there's like a billion national spells. Mostly in enchantment. But as usual, I like to prepare for our Titans coming. Which means enchantment 2, alteration 4, construction 3. Gets us where we need to be. Okay, we're in the southeast part of the map. Good. Alright, we have to have a big boy commander for these. Fuck. The Demiurge Lord. Yeah, we'll get to it. Okay, now get me some Twilight Sages. Well, wait a minute. What's their other form? Oh, they pull out a sword. Right. Okay. Well, no, we want him to do that. I think we can roll out, so we will roll out. These guys are all undisciplined. Of course. You are not, and you are also very fucking fast. Oh yeah, I guess I could send you too. Lullaby. Okay, let's make it happen. Failed to seduce and a battle ensued. And we charmed him. Great. But then he immediately got into a battle, didn't he? That's alright. I mean, it was an assassination, sort of, by his own men. Okay. Yeah, we have these archers in play with the 19 damage. It's a little scary. Wait, men. Trust me, I've seen the light. Listen to me. Ah! Okay. Good. Good. These are the only two provinces connected to my capital. 2 plains. We are fucked, by the way. For resources, we are absolutely just fucked. We may have to transition to just using, like, demon savages or something, because... yeah, we're pretty effed. I guess the demon brutes, honestly, is not bad. We'll pivot. Now we're short on money. Okay, hold on. Yeah, start making sacreds. That's fine. Failed to seduce. And we already know she charmed him. Yep. And then he dies. Oh no, he routed him. That was the last one. Excellent. All my dudes die? Yep. It's sentinels, though. Be damn strong. Who are we playing against here? Zabalba, who worships Pud. Val, with their horrible elemental shit. And Bagwashinini with the giant porcupines. We still have yet to play as them. Dice rolls have not come up hot. Yeah, so Zabalba's going to come up from underground, which means that this is all free. So we actually already have close to 5 throne connections. Seduce that lizard. Oh, Bagwajanini is up here, all the way in the corner. Okay. That works. Wouldn't have minded a lizard shaman, but it would have just died right away. Oh yeah, the ones with the harp. That's right, they have standard 1. They get a AoE 10 stun. Ho ho ho. That's pretty strong. Put way too many thrones in. I mean, what? Didn't I put 6 in? You're telling me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? That's all of them? Like, all on my screen at the moment. I mean, the map's not that much bigger than this, but still, there's a whole cave lair, too. Oh, we have bodyguards. Damn. Well, yeah, I mean, Bagwajanini is kind of right there, but I think we should at least get Ukraima. If we take all this, we've got our 4, and we really can just be maxing and relaxing from then on. Yeah, it's just they're way too high in resources. Oh, money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Yeah, we do have a lot of good national spells that the Ludus could make. I just have no money? Alright, it's fine. Plus, doesn't really do much. Already enlarged, and we don't have bark skin yet. I need money. Spend every last penny we make. Hey, we got Demeter. Joyce. Well, she could site search. But I think research is more important to get her on the road. Yeah, you know, it's fine. We're not making the best units we could, but we're making good enough. There's that shit research, though. There's a lot of little guys. Yeah, you know, just lose a couple of our like nearly chaff units. I'm pretty pleased with that. That was a suspiciously light. Huh. I don't know. Yeah, doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. We can make stuff. Trying to think of how heavy we want to make the armor here. We like black steel plate, but I think probably something lighter is generally better. Maybe just regular black steel plate. Half the encumbrance. Oh, we could give her the... No, I don't think we can make the ice mist. It's water air. Damn, we ain't got no air. We ain't got no air. Definitely do not get air. I'm never gonna get to see that thing in action. Well, the one of the 9 probably can make anything. Yeah, Okay. Wait. Yeah, 23 body protection. It's not bad. And that's before we do personal iron skin and, you know, temper flesh, moss body, yada, yada, yada. She'll have 100 and some health, personal regen. She'll be fine. Yeah. Okay. Let's head back. I mean, all 4 thrones look reasonably easy. So, you know, there's that. Could give her this for plus 4 8 HP, but I think we could make the where is it? Yeah, the main gauche. Yeah, she can make that for herself. Probably fine. And then for miscellaneous items, she doesn't have an 8 spellcaster, unfortunately. That'd really help. Then I'd give her spell singer. Cat charm. Defense stacking isn't really a great way to go. Yeah, I don't have many good options. How the fuck did Bagwajanini get all the way over there? What is he doing? Like on a warpath. Alright. Load up. Load up. Load up. Decent art. Man, this guy can handle a lot of units. Jeez. Yeah, let's get Evocation 3. Thaumaturgy 4. Should I take on a throne? Yes. Let's get Sermico before it's too late. Oh, I should take mages with. Yeah, we got these Lutus. They don't do much research. Take them all. Bagwajanini accepted. Excellent. Oh, she's up to 25 defense. It's pretty good. And one more item, probably the bracers of protection. Oh, I know I don't have enough gems. Thank you. Thank you for informing me. Baguanini's been on a tear. Good God. Good thing we made friends. False prophet. Where we are. Okay. Alright, you are all set, my fine female friend. I hate to test you on barbarians, but maybe these lizard warriors. You are going to cast on yourself. Summon earth power. Moss body. Temper flesh. Personal iron skin. In which I mean personal regen. And then personal iron skin. Hopefully the high defense means she gets some spells off. Right, so I cannot make forts. I have to do the Citadel of Power, which means really we're just trying to build up to build one of the 9, which I think I can do. There you go. Got 26 giant porcupines. Well, he had them. He had them. But 54 long dead horsemen is rough. He did kill them all, though. I'm sure he's going to take this very soon. Alright. Let's see how she does. Yep, that'll do it. Okay. I think you probably can take that on. I got confidence in you. Alright, what do you got? Song of Celerity. Soothing Spell Song. Mockery. And Lullaby. Which doesn't affect demons. Which, of course, our entire army is demons, so... Well, these guys actually aren't demons. But it almost may as well just be doesn't affect friendly units. But Mockery might be better, even though it could affect us. Well, you don't really need that. That's part of your bless. I don't know, man. Sermon of Courage. But some of these guys have 2 nature. So they could actually throw out Brute Bark Skin on a couple guys. Okay. It's a big, massive pack of shit. Be fine. Can't imagine. Alright, the army first. So with that, they have 23 protection on their body now, which makes them quite durable. Yeah, something like that. Lost 9 of the little brutes, 1 sacred, 1 sentinel. Ouch. Otherwise, job well done. Alright, and Demeter. Still at 20 defense is pretty impressive. 32 protection on her body is pretty nice. Not counting Moss body, which is still holding strong. There it goes. Not exactly casting the right spells, is she? But she's also not really dying. Not showing regen, but I assume she's regenning. Why is her current max 45? That's not good. That's bad. Yeah, she just didn't have anything killy. And she couldn't handle long deads. If she had just been set on, like, attack, she would have killed them all. You know, you never know if there's gonna be fucking undead or not. Like, a summoner is just spams shit. Annoying as hell. Alright, we got Demakun the Demiurge Bard. 3 water, 3 astral, 3 nature, 3 holy. With recuperation, spirit sight, sleep aura 10, tight rain. That's great. And spell singer. With the enlarge, 88 hit points, 16 protection on the body, 14 defense, 19 MR, 30 morale, 31 speed, full gear slots except for feet. 100 leadership, 220 magic, 100 undead. Yeah, pretty big. Pretty big. Yeah, that's annoying. Yeah. You'd think, like, the Pretender would have just some sort of innate access to divine spells. Like, you'd think every Pretender would just be like a level 3 priest just for the sake of divine spellcasting. But, no, they're not. Guess I could put you on call. Barbarian Horde. Just took 2 of my provinces. Think that makes me happy? Doesn't. God damn, Baguajanini is just like salivating over another province to take. Now I had to kill you. You know, if you're allies and he finds your scout, they just both rout, you know? Like, your scout doesn't get killed. But if you bump into one another as allies, you do definitely just slaughter each other. And I'm not sure why. Like, why don't we both rout in that situation? I guess because that could just lead to a lot of deaths. Anyways. Anyways. Fucking Paguajanini came in again. Stop it. I would have rather he fought the barbarians, though. Alright, we did okay. The bark skin is a... Oh my god. Jesus. 3 sentinels died. And my harp guy died. Fuck off, Baguajanini. You can't just take everything you want. Doesn't work like that. I'm going home. Right, so we do have Spell Song Creation. I think we really should just go for Mother Oak real quick. So once we get our god back, she can cast that. Val accepted, good. Oh, Zabalba. Zabalba's gonna take that. Can I thug it? With... This is a massive risk. Good God, is it a massive risk? It's not that big. I mean, if we lose one, we'll live. But we're gonna throw our blessing on personal regen. There really should be almost nothing there. Give it to me, baby. Well, now there's a lot more there because Zabalba took it. He didn't seem like he had much, though. Fucking Christ. God damn it, that sucked. Fuck. Well, there goes that one forever. And now Zabalba has it. Fuck. I mean, I don't need it, I guess. There's Cedarwood Forest, or Spires of Ascension as well. That sucks. That was really just... Because I failed to take it initially, and I left it really weak, and then I ignored it for so long. Yeah. Okay. Well, he might just go to war with me because he's got nowhere else to go, but we'll see. I have like no money for PD anyways. Alright, our god arrived. You need to now make all your gear again. Fun. Yeah, we'll go the same path. fine. It's fine. I mean, defense sort of helped, right? I don't know if it would be strictly better than just a two-handed weapon without the shield. I would probably just go with the... Gauche of parrying. Bulma refused. I feel like Zabal was going to continue to refuse and start just running rampant on my shit. I would have to just stop all this. Throw down PD. Right. Let's get Mother Oak up. Yeah, it's a lot of undisciplined units. Guess we'll wait to try to get one of the 9 again. Right, research. Well, there's a decent amount of stuff that would help, but probably we want to go enchantment. Get a lot of other stuff and foul vapors for her. Yeah, fuck you. Oh, good. Ghouls. Well, luckily we have a lot of priests. Ah. Okay. I don't know exactly what she's gonna do once she makes this. But if she gets foul vapors, I'd be willing to take this on. That'll do it. Yeah, 3 sentinels died, but it's not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, we're just gonna research. I do not want all my guys to get disease, so get the hell out of here. Enchantment 6 is a ways off when we have one fort. We're not even making more mages. Maybe I don't want to be friends with Zabalba, though. The throne is still just kind of sitting there for the taking. She probably could take it. We can probably take this. We can end this game real fast. Okay. This is another dumb move, perhaps. Starting a war. But we could end this game in the next few turns. And that's pretty good. God damn it! What the fuck? What did she die? She just got shredded. She got absolutely destroyed. 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 so much zeros. And then Sun Guide with the Obsidian Shard Blade. And the Shade, Steel Strength for 16. Armor negating, that's fucking it. I didn't know I was armor negating. Oh man, I'm an idiot. God, you really need to play just an absurd amount of this game. And you need to, like, remember everything. You need to just remember that, oh, there's shades there, and they do armor negating. Because there's no way to look that up, by the way. Oh, I mean, there's no way to look that up in-game. You'd have to either remember that that's a thing, or be like, oh, shades. What do they do again? Let me go on this website and type in shade so that I can find out. That's the only way. And now I'm at war with Zabalba. So that's good. And now he's got a palisade there. Oh, Zabalba accepted. He's like, yeah, no big deal, bro. It's an accident. It's all good. Killed your pretender, you dumbass. "12 sacreds." But it was a lot of barbarians. Oh yeah, I am at risk of dom kill, aren't I? Whoops. You got routed off the thing? She's back. Huzzah. Huzzah, huzzah. With a limp. And stolen strength forever. She also lost a nature. Okay. Yeah, but vine men are definitely resistant to poison, right? Yeah, 15. So, my plan of using foul vapors doesn't really work anymore. What else can she do that's big? She could get... Wow. If she could get a ring of levitation and float, she could spam earthquake, and that would be pretty fun. So she could have 6 earth. So this would cost like 100 fatigue each time. Unless she can upcast it. Which if you give her enough gems. We'd have to empower an air, but we could do that. Um... All fucking planes here, man. It's planes on planes. This game would already be over if it wasn't for Zabalba. And it happened to get the Underground Nation, and it happened to be under me. What are the odds of that? Because the nation should have been here for full balance, and then Bagwashanini wouldn't have been able to just take all this territory. But that did sort of prevent him from going to war with me. I don't know what's preventing Zabalba from going to war with me, though. And I think our days are numbered. Honestly, I think our army probably can just handle this. I did set it to 3. I'm an idiot. Oh, I forgot about that entirely. I'm so used to 4 in every game. Yeah, okay, that was really easy then. We had 5 within reach, and we only needed 3. Wow. All right. Oh, and Zabalba was in different spots. Oh no, no, he definitely just came out here. That was his spot. Yeah, so we could have been really fucked by Zabalba. Bagwashanini took over all that territory very quickly. So he would have been quite the problem to Vol, I'm sure, who did not expand too well at all. Did okay, I guess, but... yeah, that was a weird little game. 1v1v1v1 on a small map, and there were, like, no wars at all. Everyone was very understanding. Well, we did put it on defensive, I suppose. Maybe defensive is kind of cheesy with such short games like this. Right. Well, I mean, to be fair, I took 3 thrones by myself with no like throne or pretender cheesiness or anything like that. It was just the might of our army. Yeah. It was a nation that has a lot going on. I mean, we really barely scratched the surface on this nation. And this, again, it was like the first time I played them, like, I probably barely scratched the surface there. I'm sure Lego went like full scales, and I probably had a much better start, so I probably had more resources, and I probably just made Twilight Demons and just kind of destroyed everything. But then, like, the Sentinels are really obscene. Like, they're just, like, absurd. They're not even that heavy of cap, really, as far as protection and defense and stuff is concerned. But 64 hit points and just smacking for 34 damage twice with the hoof attack. Like, they really shred. And they just almost never die. So yeah, you only get 2 of them per turn. But that adds up when they never die, and you're just like on turn 30 and you have 60 of them. The Sacreds are really solid. I think Barkskin was the right choice. And we never got the Songstress. That would have been even more powerful. And then we really didn't do anything with the 9, and we didn't really do anything with, like, the Song Spire or any shit like that. Yeah, it's, you know. This is a deeper nation, I suppose, and we just speed ran it. And we usually speedrun nations, I suppose, but most nations are not this complicated. But it's, yeah, it's tough when you have, like, this much going on, but then you also just have, like, really good troops. And it's like, well, single player, I can pretty much just ignore everything and just make the really good troops. As we did. You know, if all we have to care about is fighting independence and taking thrones, you really don't need a whole lot of thought put into it, you know? We really fucked up I mean, I said at the start that she wasn't a very good Titan. And she's not. She does not have much going for her. And we went dormant, so we kind of gimped her a little bit more. Moss Body is not the end-all be-all. And then we fought, like, flyers and a bunch of undead, and it just, yeah, she got boned. She would have done alright in the long run, but... But then there's, like, this guy, who we could kit out instead. He doesn't have quite the same natural protection, but, yeah, well... I don't know how a Bark Skin Bless interacts with, like, Personal Iron Skin or something. But, you know, he's got Fire, Earth, Nature. He has Off 5 built in, which is phenomenal. Recuperation built in, which is phenomenal. Spell Singer. 93 hit points. But he's also a Master Smith, which is nice. 140 leadership with tight rain, you know, it's pretty good. He'd be a very good just battlefield caster. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad, I suppose. I don't feel bad enough to, like, do it again. Like, oh, we should do a longer one with these guys. Because we're just trying to... My goal is literally to try every nation once, even very briefly. And the problem is I keep adding more nations. And the fact that I already did this on stream. So now I've played these guys twice. So... yeah, it's... yeah. There's going to be a lot of... I mean, there's so many nations we've looked at that have stuff at, like, Conjuration 9. It's like, we're never going to see that. It's just, we're never going to see that. Maybe someday in the future when we cool down from this rapid nation spam thing that I like to do, and we start doing longer games, then yeah, maybe. But at the same time, I'm not sure how much I like longer games, because it starts to get kind of tedious. There's just so much scripting, so much moving things around, so much back and forth, and blah, 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 blah. I kind of like the shorter games, so it is what it is. But overall, a very cool nation. A lot of cool sprites, a lot of cool spells, cool theme. Definite. I mean, yeah, Confluence is really some of the coolest stuff of like all the modded nations. But yeah, a lot we can just ignore due to having good troops. My name is Mangg. Game watching has been Dominion 6. I'll see you fine folks next time.